Hey guys, it's Kevin Kreider. More than just muscle. In this video, I want to share with you on how to carb cycle. I want to say first of all, I do not promote carb cycling unless you're an advanced athlete and you're going to plan on doing this temporarily for a short period of time. The reason why you want to do a short period of time is because I used to do advanced strategies like this to get that extra edge. This is not going to solve your fat loss problems or your bulking problems. This is just a short-term solution, a band-aid, if you will, to put over the problem so you don't have to deal with it later. For a marathon runner or a different type of athlete in that case, there are carb cycling techniques you can do to help your performance, but it's only short-term. You're gonna suck at life for a little bit. More about promoting a good, sustainable lifestyle, something you can maintain and do consistently and grow on and continuously grow and get better as your journey, your life goes on. Because if you want to do this short term, yeah, that could work. But the thing is, what's going to end up happening, and what happened to me at least, is that I looked really awesome for a very short period of time, and it was so hard to sustain that. I had developed eating disorders, bulimia, a little bit of body dysmorphic disorder, which is when you look at your body and you're like, oh my God, I'm getting fat. You know that friend that says that, right? That overly excessively works out and then they eat a cheeseburger and they're like, oh my God, I'm getting fat. And you're like, shut the hell up. You know, like you look great. And really, in my mind, I thought I was looking worse than I was looking fat. And that's a body dysmorphic disorder. You have a disillusioned image of yourself, and it's not healthy. And I would only recommend this if you're around like 10%, you want to get down to that extra edge, like 8% temporarily. And this is how people do it, nutritionists or sports nutritionists or people who are fitness experts. The first thing you want to do is figure out your caloric intake, and you want to figure out your low carb days. Your low carb days are going to be most of those days. You're going to be very low carb. What you're going to do is multiply your body weight times 11. This is a very aggressive number, by the way, guys. 30 to 35% of your daily intake is going to be from protein. 50% of your daily intake from the calories from that calculation are going to come from fat, and the rest of it's going to be from carbs. So it's very low carb. It's like 15-20% of your daily intake is going to be from carbohydrates. That's most of the days. And then what you're going to do is find and strategize 1 or 2 days that you're going to have a really high intake of carbs. And it's usually once a week that you're going to plan that out, or once every 14 days. Oh, and by the way, on those low carb days that you're going to do, the only time you're really going to eat those carbohydrates, that 15% of your daily intake of carbohydrates, is a post-workout. The reason why you want to do that is because you're more insulin sensitive. Your body will use and absorb the carbs like a sponge afterwards, so it's not turning into fat, or less likely to turn into fat afterwards. And you're low calorie anyway, so the likelihood is pretty low. Pick out that 1 day of carbs that you want to just basically carb feed. What you want to do next is multiply your body weight times 11. So for example, if you're a 200-pound male, multiply by 11, and that's about 2,200 calories. Now on the carb refeed day, you're going to multiply that same body weight by 3. And I believe that's around 6,600 calories. I'm just doing off the top of my head. What you're then going to do, drop your protein down. So it's going to be about 20% of the 6,600 calories is going to come from protein. Then 60% of that daily caloric intake is going to be from carbohydrates. And then 20% of that daily caloric intake is going to be from fats. Very high carbohydrate day. It's going to be strategic. I'd really recommend you doing this on a day you're still training, like I said, so you're insulin sensitive and the carbs are more likely to become stored as fuel, not as fat, and have the bulk of the carbohydrates pre and post workout. This is not part of that 80-20 principle that I follow, that 80% of the results you're going to get are going to come from 20% of the things that you do. This is advanced. This is only if you're trying to be elite. This is not if you're above 10% body fat. That's my recommendation. I recommend actually calorie cycling if you're going to do this. I have that in my programs, and I'll post that video below too. Calorie cycling is just much more flexible. It's not as aggressive, and it doesn't burn your willpower out and just exhaust you and make you think too much. I hope that answered your question. The only reason why I did this video is because a fan asked, hey, can you do a video on calorie cycling? So I did it. If you guys want to see more videos, just write in the comment box, like it. If you don't like it, then don't like it. But write in the comment box. I'll try to get to all the videos as soon as possible. And guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It just shows that you really like this content. And I really want to give this to you. So just subscribe, show some love. And also you can take the body design tool. It's a free survey to take and it will guide you to a customized workout program designed for you based off of the questions you answer. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you next week.